Alright guys, lesson 8. 扎库奇 kitchen. In this lesson, we'll learn about the 6th syllable block. So it involves two ways of connecting the. Alright, so these blocks, they represent the K sound. K, right? And then there are two ways of applying this syllable. Let me show you right now how this works. So we're going to start with a, right? A plus k is ak. Ak. Right? A plus k is ak. So, how do you position these dots? You want to make sure that it's at a 45-degree angle between its position at the middle line. So we're going to draw this line, and then this is around 45 degrees. And we will place the two dots onto here. If you feel like this is a bit too complicated, you can imagine it like just pointing it at where the first tail points to. So I will write this again. See, this tail points to this area. So the dots will be here. Ak. Look, it's a bit special because it follows not this, but this one. So how does this work? Plus k is look, right? Look. Okay, I feel like that was a bit too straight. Look. Right? Now instead of using this, we're now using this. That's because of a rule that you have to remember, which I will say what the rule is after I'm done writing all 6 letters. Okay. E plus k is ik. Ik. O plus k is ok. Ok. U plus k is uk. U plus k is uk. And then lastly, wa plus k. Actually, we can space it out a bit more. Wa plus k is walk. Walk. Now, since I'm done writing all of it, I will tell you guys what the rule is and when to use this one and when to use this one. So, you want to use this one with 2 dots only. Now remember, only when the previous letter is a, e, o, and u, right? You want to note this down in your notebooks. When the previous letter is a, e, o, and u, you resort to using the 2 dots method, the 2 dots way of writing it. However, when the previous letter is or u, you will resort to writing this, right? This way. So I'm going to repeat the rule again. You use this style of writing, this style, like 2 dot style of the 6-syllable block, only when the previous letter is a, I, o, and u. And use this style of the 6-syllable block only if the previous letter is and o. Okay, now we're gonna move on to more examples. So we have na, ne, ni, no, no. Knock, knock, nook, nook, neek, neek, knock, knock, nook, nook, knock, knock. Now as we can see, the rule that I stated just now about the differences, about the differentiation of when you use this and when you use this is also applied here. Ne, because the previous word is an E, right? Ne and E. The previous word is an E. The 6th syllable will look like this, as you can see here. Same for this part. When the previous letter is an O, right? So a V. The 6th syllable will also look like this, as seen in this, as seen here, right? So as you can see, our rule that I've said previously applies here. It also applies for knock, right? Because the previous letter is an A, it will use the 2 dots script of writing it. Okay, same for neek, knock, and nook. Now we'll move on to the conversation. So person A will say,热炸卡为热炸卡为热炸卡为Person B will say, meaning. Now what does this mean? Firstly, 热 means this. 炸卡 means sing. 炸卡 means sing. Wei means whose, right? Wei whose. Whose. Now we'll move on to meaning. Meaning. Meaning means mine. Mine. 热炸卡为我. This saying whose. Meaning mine. So when we translate it to a standard English grammar, this 热炸卡为我. Whose thing is this, right? Whose thing is this? And then meaning mine. Now these are also on the textbook, so You can always check it if you want to. Now we're going to move on to some more practice drills. Okay, so first we have the word ka. Ka plus k. This reads kak. Kak, right? Kak, kak. Then we have ko. Ko plus k. Kok, kok, kok. Then we have ko, ko, right? Now, notice how the sixth syllable changes because of the rule that I stated. So, since the previous word ends with a V now, it will change to this one, this tail, when presenting the sixth syllable. Now it will be quark, quark, quark. Now we'll do some more drills. So let's change this to ga, go, go. So when you change it to ga, this will read gak, gak. To go, this will read gok, gok. To go. Same reason, because of the previous letter being a V. Okay. It will use this form when the sixth syllable will use this form. Okay. So that's quark, 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 gak, gok, quark. Excuse me. Gak, quark, quark. Excuse me. Okay. Now we'll move on to writing 6 more examples. And that'll be it for this lesson. Okay. So we have ba plus 6th syllable. So it'll be bak, bak, bo, plus the 6th syllable. Book, book. Oopsies. Okay. Now the mistake I made just now is that I'm not sure if you noticed it or not. I didn't use this one, right? So because bo has the letter E as its final vowel, the sixth syllable will look like this instead of this. So that'll be book. Book. Now you have B. B. Okay, B plus 6th syllable. Okay, B plus k is beak. Beak. Then you have bo. Bo plus k. Bo plus k is bok. Bok. Bu plus k is book. Then we have bo plus k. Now again, I'm going to reiterate this because bo ends with a v, the sixth syllable will look like this instead of the normal two dots version. So the script will change. So walk. Walk. Alright. Now let's read these again. Back, book, beak, balk, book, walk. Oops. Forgot the dot here. Right. Back, book, beak, balk, book, walk. Alright. That'll be the end of this lesson. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.